All right, hey everybody, it's Michael.
And Nick.
And what episode is this? I always forget.
It's either, I think it's 15.
Yeah, I think it's 15 too.
15? It's either 15 or 16.
I was saying 14 or 15. I don't know. It's an episode. We're here again. Pretty exciting week, actually. I didn't think much was going to be coming out this week on the, excitement-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But some really, really great stuff.
Absolutely. I was surprised to get this many good titles this week. I thought it was just going to be filler titles,
Yeah, I mean, there's too many titles to even go into depth like we want to. I mean, we got to hit the big two from DC this week.
Absolutely.
So Superman and Batman 36. Actually, real quick, let's talk about DC's new logo on the cover thing. Not a new logo, but they replaced the Rebirth banners already, which is surprising that they got rid of those banners already, considering the fact that the New 52 lettering went on till issue 41, till they did the DCU.
Well, look at Marvel too. They changed their banners. It looks a lot similar to Marvel's Legacy banners now.
Well, I love DC's new logo box thing because it reminds me of classic 80s and stuff comics.
Oh,
80s,
yeah,
90s.
Definitely.
All we're missing is the comic book code.
Oh, yeah.
But, it looks really, really good. They put the little, symbol of the character on there. I think it's awesome. But anyway, so Superman 36 is the final part of Imperious Lex. Actually, real quick sidebar on the banner things. The only thing that I don't like about what I liked about the Rebirth banners is they put the ARC title on top, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
it was
for
very nice.
Especially for people that haven't been reading comics forever, like you and I have.
Yeah,
that's my only downfall with it.
Yeah, I did like that because now you have to look at the very last page to get the title of the arc.
I wish they put arc titles on the book still. That's one of the things I really loved about the Rebirth banners. Anyway, so Superman 36, final part of Imperious Lex. Spoiler alert: we're gonna get Evil Lex back.
Yeah, well, actually, that was already kind of spoilered in Doomsday Clock #2.
Sort of the cover.
Yeah.
But it's exciting because I was telling you earlier when I was reading the issue, because basically I get my comics and I sit here and I read them, and then Nick watches me react to them. But it's really cool because so they wanted to make Lex a good guy. So they told us the story of how Lex became a hero through Forever Evil and through Justice League titles, and he earned that. He earned our respect as a hero.
Yes, definitely.
But because it's comics, everything has to go back to status quo. So they're we got to make Lex evil again. So we get the story of us falling in love with Hero Lex, and now we get to watch him spiral down this dark path again. And it's really exciting to see a story actually being told like that instead of them just snapping their fingers and everything goes back.
It's like Walking Dead. You get attached to that one character through the whole season, and then they go to that one episode where they're let's get rid of them.
Have you been watching The Walking Dead this season?
I watched bits and pieces of it. The battles, they're really cool.
There's some cool stuff going on with Eugene right now that's very similar in the show. But it's just cool to actually see this stuff being earned by the writers and the universe. It's fun to see it being earned. And I think I'm going to go back talking about this a little bit when we get into Venom Inc. I'll kind of talk about that once we get to there, because there's a similar thing going on in there. It's a really cool way to tell a story and actually earn things. So going to Batman 36, another thing talking about earning where we're at. We're seeing the first part of a double date with Superman, Lois, Batman, and Catwoman.
Oh, yes, definitely.
I've been excited for this story for a while because King's a very, very qualified writer. And the way he writes Batman and Catwoman is awesome.
Well, I do have one beef about it. No offense, but call them by their real names sometimes.
Oh, I think the cat and bat thing's kind of funny.
See, I don't really care for that.
It's a little overused.
Yeah.
But every now and then it's kind of funny. Mm-hmm. I'm just cat, bat, it's one letter difference, and they're engaged. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like this issue, the back and forth, the parallelization of stuff.
Really, really brilliant on the back and forth.
Yeah, the other thing I would think would have been really cool is if they would have brought John and Damian. Just to make it even more. I mean, I get it's supposed to be just a double date between or have Damian and John show that they're having one of their Super Sons adventures while this is happening.
Well, this could be happening when Damian and John meet Talia.
True, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool. I actually really hope that's what it is.
Hey, you never know.
But yeah, I mean, it's a really fun issue. The dialogue is really cool. We get to get into Batman and Superman's heads about one another. Like Batman even says about how Superman inspires like all the kids, and it's really cool hearing Batman say something like that. Mm-hmm. Really good issue. Looking forward to the next part, and then the next two parts are Batman and Wonder Woman. Really, really exciting.
Oh yeah, I'm curious where that's gonna go, because Batman and Wonder Woman at this point are probably the closest relationship in the DC universe at this time.
But I really like how we're building Superman and Batman back to being brothers again. That's really what Rebirth has been building up, about these characters becoming brothers again, and it's really cool.
Well, do note, like back in the day, you had Batman and Superman, and you had Wonder Woman. They were the three.
The Trinity. I mean, we still get that. I mean, we have a title called Trinity.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They just don't.
And I think again,
it's always two, but not the three. You know?
And definitely. But because for the longest time at the start of Rebirth, Batman didn't even trust this Superman, because he was a different Superman. So yeah, pretty cool stuff from Batman and the Superman titles this week. Next week we get action with Booster Gold. Pretty excited for that.
He's gonna try and save Krypton, I think, or something, or try and save it from.
Well, I don't think he's gonna try and save it. I think he's trying to prove Jor-El's story, I guess.
Okay.
The next Superman arcs after Super Sons is Superman and John trying to save a planet that's similar to Krypton, where it's gonna explode and stuff.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah,
I'm excited. There's some really cool Superman stuff happening, and it makes me excited just because. I'm a Superman guy, and seeing Superman in a Batman title is awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. You want to talk about Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles real quick? Not real quick, but...
Yeah, definitely. This is a really cool title. Like, I was very impressed with the first run.
I still haven't read the first run. I don't really get into these different company crossovers very often.
Yeah, this is like really good. Like, the first arc had the Turtles in Gotham City, and they're fighting, I think it was Shredder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was Shredder for their first arc.
And they had, I think Joker was in there, I think, or something.
You can't tell Batman story without Joker.
Or, no, it was Ra's al Ghul, I think.
It was.
Right. And they like teamed up, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. You got the ninjas and more ninjas. And, okay, that makes sense. But this one's kind of different. You have the League of Assassins, but you have Bane in a Lazarus pit, which is okay. But I do feel bad for Donatello in this issue, because he gets the crap beat out of him.
Sidebar: is he still dead?
No.
In the other TMNT title?
No, he came back.
Okay. I'm not surprised that he came back, but yeah. I don't follow Turtle stuff that much. I always enjoyed the cartoons and stuff, but when it came to comics, I never really followed it. But I think this Batman Turtles thing is really cool, and I love seeing DC with these other companies.
Oh yeah, and the best part is the continuity of this title in the Turtles universe is actually there.
Oh, cool.
IDW published this timeline, and the Batman Turtles run was in that timeline.
That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Damian's on the cover, and it's cool with Damian with the Turtles, because Damian's a ninja too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
That's really cool.
But they're throwing in multiversity stuff in here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Donatello uses it to get to Gotham City, and then Bane gets swapped into the Turtles universe. So
I love Bane. Bane's a great villain. They need to use him more often.
Oh yeah, and supposedly Bane shows up, and he's like, I'm gonna fight you guys in the Foot Clan, because
pretty cool.
I don't know. We'll see him.
I really like the art, because it's very, very much like the original Turtle stuff. It's really cool.
Yes, the Lard and Eastman.
Yeah, Eastman and Layard. Yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. Maybe someday I'll sit down and read these. So I have so much stuff to read. I have piles of just backlog of trades and stuff I need to read.
Oh man, it's like I got a collection recently of Star Wars books that aren't canon anymore, but it's cool to have them. You know,
yeah. Some of those old canon stories are supposed to be really good.
I'm just I got the whole run with Mara Jade and Darth or Jason and
what was his name? What was his Darth name? I don't even remember.
Darth. I don't know.
I can't think of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jason, because Han Solo had some really good kids.
Well, Jonna was like the best out of them, and then Jason like completely did a flip. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, speaking of which, Last Jedi comes out next week.
I hope, no offense, but I hope Mara Jade is at least mentioned in that, because something has to trigger Luke to basically give up on the Order.
Yeah, his name's Ben Solo.
Well, not Kylo Ren. I mean, like, Kylo Ren's got to do something to him.
I think next week we're going to do some more Last Jedi talk, some predictions and our hopes and stuff, so... Yeah, I think that's our plan for next week, since it'll be coming out next week.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next week, we'll probably have a reactions to it. I'm sure you'll probably have seen it by then. By next Wednesday.
Yeah, definitely.
Got my tickets for opening night. So excited.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully it's going to be good. I think it will be.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. Captain America real quick.
All right, Captain America. He's still traveling around the United States. He ends up in Alabama.
Is this only the second issue?
Yes, this is...
Okay, so... Again, why does, like, Venom, which I love the Venom title. The Venom title, awesome. But why is that twice a month, but Captain America's once a month? It wouldn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know, maybe it's just Captain America, they're trying to maybe fish for ideas. Maybe they're just trying to,
Yeah, and
Venom's like, we got this plan, we're going to do this,
true.
This, and this.
It is weird how much they're pushing Venom, though. Is it actually? No, Captain America's going to be fighting Kraven here soon.
That's the next issue.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Captain America fighting Kraven's a bit weird to me.
Yeah.
But they did a good job with Kraven and Venom, though. So, we'll see. But anyway, back to...
This issue, he's fighting swordsman, a new swordsman. This kind of reminded me of the Avengers and the teens back in the day, when the first swordsman showed up and they were fighting. It kind of gave me that kind of feel to it. But it's just, I don't know. I kind of want a good, solid bad guy, I don't know.
I think it's cool seeing Captain America traveling the country, rebuilding his reputation. It's hard to do. With a character who's traveling across the country, it's hard to do one overarching villain. Because every time he stops somewhere, he's going to have to fight a different villain. Because you can't have the same guy follow him around. I mean, you could, but
it'd be kind of weird.
So I think that's why they're doing that with Captain America, and I like how they're, like I was saying, building these characters back up, and and having repercussions happen through the story instead of just snapping your fingers and making something happen. With Captain America, I mean, he was a Nazi for 2 years. So Captain America has to rebuild his reputation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think it's cool that they're not using a cosmic cube to reset the timeline and make everything better. We're actually watching Captain America rebuild who he is. Yeah. And I think that's awesome.
I'm just glad for this new Avengers title coming out here, the No Surrender.
Yeah.
He's front and center on the cover. So
that's the weekly book, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's 16 issues or something. And
yeah, that's pretty exciting.
They're coming out every single week.
That's pretty exciting.
So, but they got a really good lineup of characters. So
yeah. So moving on real quick, I want to talk about Venom Inc. #1, but is it Venom? Oh, it's Venom Inc. Alpha #1.
Well, you could say it's #1.
Yeah, it's weird because Marvel's notorious for this. With Secret Empire, they had all of Secret Empire, but then they had Secret Empire Omega, which was the last issue of Secret Empire. So I guess they're doing that Venom Inc. I guess they're going to have the Alpha, probably doing Omega, but then they have do they have a solo title for it, or is it just crossing over with Venom and Spider-Man?
I think it's crossing over with Amazing Spider-Man, actually.
No, I know it's crossing over there, but I didn't know if it was getting a solo title too. An event title.
No. I think basically the Amazing Spider-Man and Venom issues are going to basically cross over. Yeah. And you have one part and one title.
I knew that was happening, but I didn't know if they were doing a solo series for it.
No, the only 2 issues that are physically going to be Venom Inc., I think, are the Alpha and Omega.
Okay, cool. But anyway, this issue's really good.
I like all the different characters in it. It's not just 2 characters. You got... Yeah,
there's a cool group of characters. Flash Thompson gets the Anti-Venom symbiote.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool and looks good.
Actually, it does. It looks actually better than his first one, which I think is...
So I always really liked Flash Thompson Venom. I always loved the Agent Venom stuff.
So yeah, I'm the original guy.
No, don't get me wrong. I am too. But I feel like they've been building to this story for years, I want to say in quotes. I mean, we had all that Venom Inc. stuff. And the twist making Eddie Brock Venom again was really weird, and it didn't make sense. And it was one of those snap your fingers and everything's better problems. But I'm glad that it happened because I love Eddie Brock in the symbiote. But anyway, getting to my point about building to these stories. It is revealed in the last panel that the villain for the story is going to be called Maniac. Take a guess who Maniac is. Probably don't even remember this character because he had a title for 6 issues. Lee Price, whenever they did another Venom solo series that started at number 1 and got 6 issues, he was the guy that was Venom in that story. But then they took the symbiote off of him, and then Eddie Brock stole the symbiote, and we went back to 150.
Yes.
Really long and confusing because Marvel likes to do that to us.
Yeah, well, you should look at Flash one of these days.
True, yeah.
Ugh.
But anyway, so this guy is going to be the villain for this story. And it's awesome because, you thought that this was just some dumb character for 6 issues. Nope. You got to know him, and now he's going to be the villain for this story.
You know, it'd be really cool if they pull Maximum Carnage.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Because you got Venom, you have Spider-Man, and you have Black Cat. They were the 3 main characters in that.
I want another Maximum Carnage thing. For sure.
But don't put Carnage in it. Just put this new guy in. And
I wonder if we're going to see Carnage in this story. Ooh. Or Toxin or somebody.
You never know.
I don't even know what Carnage has been doing in the Marvel Universe lately.
He kind of went poof.
He had a couple solo titles.
He was messing with the Darkhold. That was the last time I heard about it. And then his title kind of went poof.
But yeah, no, it's really cool that we built to who this villain's going to be. We built here. We took the steps and we got to where this villain's at. Mm-hmm. And it kind of, those 6 issues, if you were a Venom fan and you had to get those 6 issues, it wasn't for nothing. Because, we're having this character as the villain for this story. With a new symbiote, does this issue tell us where the lineage of the symbiote comes from? I don't even remember.
Don't know. Yeah, I don't know that.
My only issue with the Venom stuff, I think there's way too many symbiotes at this point. It's a bit ridiculous.
Well, actually, in the 90s, they had a title where they had 6 or 7 symbiotes.
Well, yeah, because Carnage's symbiote has all his brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Now it's you have one symbiote and it broke into many pieces, you know?
By the way, the cover for this issue is really cool.
Yeah, okay.
It's a plain cover, but it's cool. Just seeing Venom's mouth filled with a bunch of different characters is pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
It's not a super epic thing, but it still looks cool. Anyway, so really great issue. Definitely check it out. I think all the stuff they've been doing with Venom lately has been really good.
You got some really nice artwork in there.
Yeah, really good artwork.
The story in there is really good. Honestly, my hopes for this wasn't very high. So I'm blown away at this point.
Yeah, they could have taken one wrong step with this, and it could have been.
Because no offense, I haven't cared for Amazing Spider-Man since, that fateful issue.
Yeah. Some of the Spider-Man stuff they've been doing, I think it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's just right now Spider-Man has way too many strikes against it, and I just can't get back.
Well, it's in that weird place of flux, and like I said, I've been saying all this whole episode, building to bring this character back, and I think that's kind of what we're doing with Amazing.
I hope Black Cat switches gears here.
Oh yeah, I hope so. We see her in this issue, so she's coming back to sort of being a big player.
Hopefully, she and Spider-Man could maybe I don't know, fix their relationship because...
Let's get Mary Jane back.
Oh, one step at a time.
Yeah, really. But no, Venom Inc.'s really good. Definitely check it out. Check out the Venom and the Spider-Man issues of it. If you only get Spider-Man, get the Venom issues. Just so you get the whole story. So moving on, Justice League 34 came out this week.
Yep.
So we're kind of switching gears with Justice League. We got a new writer, new artist, new story arc.
Yeah, we're not dealing with the big cosmic events. Now we're kind of dealing with
global,
which
is what I've been wanting for Justice League since Rebirth.
Actually, I want some really good villains like the Legion of Doom.
I do too.
Or like the Secret Society.
Don't even get me started on Legion of Doom stuff. Spoiler for Justice League, apparently. You haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you can spoil left and right. I don't care.
Spoiler for the post-credit scene. The post-credit scene, we see Deathstroke. And he walks up on this boat. And we see Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor. He looks at Deathstroke, and Deathstroke's like, this better be good or whatever. And Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, he's like, if they're building a league, why don't we make one too? And so there's that set up for Legion of Doom, or Injustice League, whichever you prefer to call it. With Legends of Tomorrow, the show. Last season we did Legion of Doom, and it looks like we're doing Legion of Doom again this year. Because you got Damien Dark with Gorilla Grodd.
And Damien Dark's daughter.
Yeah, and
which can mess with time and stuff.
Probably some other mystical characters and stuff. So we're doing Legion of Doom apparently again, it looks like so far. So why don't we get Legion of Doom in Justice League? I love the Legion of Doom. I don't love Legion of Doom, I just love the idea of a team of supervillains to fight a team of heroes.
See, the problem is though,
and Lex is becoming evil again, so we might be getting there.
That might be. No, the problem is, in the DC cinematic universe, there's not really a lot of villains you can put on that team yet.
Not yet. But I feel what would be cool, I love Justice League. A lot of people hate Justice League, but I love the movie. I think that the way that Marvel movies built towards the team of heroes, I think Justice League's oh no, we didn't build towards a team of heroes. So now, we have to, build towards something, so why don't we try and build towards a league of villains to fight the heroes? I think that'd be cool.
I was gonna say, you got Luthor, you got Deathstroke.
That's really all we got so far.
Yeah.
Joker, I guess.
Hopefully in Wonder Woman 2, the main villain is Cheetah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought since we're doing. I want Gorilla Grodd. I need Gorilla Grodd and more things. I love Gorilla Grodd. And he's going to be having a story in the Flash comics here soon.
Yeah.
Really excited. Love Gorilla Grodd. But yeah, with Justice League, I do want a Legion of Doom story again. But this issue is kind of cool. Watching Batman make a really big mistake, I think, is cool.
Oh, yes, he does.
I like seeing that with Batman, because a lot of times Batman, he never makes a mistake. He's always so calculated. Everything always goes as planned. So it's cool to see him failing.
Yes, because it gives him a very human side.
Yeah. So that's a really cool issue. Darth Vader #9, Star Wars series, knock it out of the park every time.
Absolutely. I don't care for the main title because that's me. But
that is you.
You know what? It is me. You know what? I like the Clone Wars. I like that era of time. I don't care for. Don't get me wrong. The characters are awesome. It's just I don't like the time period they're in.
So Darth Vader 9 is really cool. What's next on our list?
We got Red Sonja #11. We're basically finishing up that story arc. Basically, she's going to return home here through the help of a professor. We got Green Lanterns #36, which, I always have to mention this because one of our favorite characters is in there.
Oh yeah, well I mean I love both those characters.
Yeah, but this issue was kind of filler. It was just kind of.
I feel like Green Lanterns has been filler for a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, before I forget, and while we're on some other DC stuff, DC Holiday Special 2017 came out.
That's right.
Last year's was really good. Some really cool.
I think this year was a lot better.
Yeah, I actually haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I flipped through it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really good, and I like.
There's a lot of stories in there,
yeah,
of all different.
There is a lot of stories, and I like seeing the John and Lois and Superman, the family Christmas story type things.
My favorite story was actually Batman and Wonder Woman. They did basically
this Batman Wonder Woman stuff lately.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
Yeah, well. Basically, it was cool because you had them both doing their thing. Wonder Woman was trying to help people in, I think, the desert or something, and Batman was in Gotham City. But then the end of that story was them... Wonder Woman's I come out here to celebrate this holiday, and I want you to experience it, because you're the only other friend that I really really have that would understand this. And basically she like creates this bonfire, and basically her message to Batman is, this is a symbol of light in the darkness, and I don't want that darkness to consume you. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah, no, I think the holiday specials are really cool. Last year's was really cool. Had a really good Wayne Kent family Christmas story. It was really cool. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to read this year's yet. I barely had time to read my other titles before we filmed this podcast, let alone square-bound issue.
Oh, man.
So yeah, anyway, so Avengers 674.
We got the issue before the No Surrender.
Yeah, cool. Excited for that.
Oh, yeah. This one I'm excited for. Because, no offense, but they got like two characters on the front of this cover. You got Captain America and you got Rogue. Like, these two are like... I know Rogue is an X-Men, probably at heart, but now she's like an Avenger too.
Yeah, I mean, we've been building to that lately in Marvel too. I mean, we had Avengers versus X-Men, but then we did Uncanny Avengers. Yes. To kind of like put those characters together and make them be on a team together.
Yeah, you had Captain America, Thor, and you had Scarlet Witch, and then you brought in, well, you had Wolverine because he was technically an Avenger at that time. And then they're like, let's bring in mutants, let's be diverse, you know? So they bring in Havoc, which is the other Summers brother, which I think had a cooler head at the time.
By the way, is Cyclops still dead?
Yes.
Is Professor X still dead?
No.
Yeah. Whatever. I just need to update it every now and then on some of these characters.
Yeah. But it's like Rogue like is now more an Avenger than ever, and it's like, okay, you know. But I think Scarlet Witch had a little bit of influence on her over the title because they got closer, you know.
All right, cool. So we got Iron Fist 75, TMNT 77, Walking Dead 174.
This issue focuses on Negan, or that's what I think it is. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's basically, the cover is Negan sitting there, and there's a fire, and he's just kind of like alone.
Is it still in the current continuity, or is it like a flashback? It's probably both, actually.
I think it's forward, because next issue is the new story arc
with the Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited. I like Walking Dead because, like, it's telling a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. So, like, we can see stuff like that.
Yeah. Without
having to revert back to classic status quo, which they do a lot of, but, like, differently because, like, it's an apocalyptic world. Anyway, Witchblade?
We got Witchblade number 1. We got a new Witchblade. This story is not... This new character is not a police detective like the last one was. This one is focusing more on the mystical stuff, like more... I don't know, like more magical kind of mystery kind of feel, I think.
Cool. And then X-Men Gold 17.
Oh, yeah. I like to talk about X-Men Gold because it just...
Oh, I know, because that's the title that you read... your favorite out of all the X-Men titles.
Yeah, because it's got good artwork, it's got a good team, and it's just... They're in the negative zone right now.
Oh, cool. So anyway, just moving away from comics now. So, Battlefront 2 story mode. I want to talk about this real quick, because I didn't hear good things about it. But you came to me today, and you're like, dude, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So, like, I kind of just want to hear... Like, because like I said, I haven't touched it, but I've heard bad things about it. But, like, the fact that you enjoyed it really has me excited now. Again.
Well, see, I'm like, okay, I'm going to let...
Yeah, you're not on the internet 24/7 like I am.
No. Well, I'm like, I sat down, I played the multiplayer. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool, you know? Like, the game is beautiful. Like, the maps are...
So is the last one.
Definitely. But, anyway... I'm like, you know what? Let's give the campaign a shot because you know the new Star Wars movie's coming out. You know, maybe there's something in here. You know, so I'm like, I started playing it. I played the first mission. I'm like, it was Ivan Urso. Basically, she was trapped in the Mon Calamari vessel during the Battle of Endor, and they're like right before the Battle of Endor, and it showed how she went through the ship and actually deleted the message that there was going to be. Do you remember the Imperial fleet where they ambushed the rebels?
Okay, yeah.
She deleted that data.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
So she could cover up that so they didn't know they were walking into a trap. And then the next mission was her going to Endor, and you see an epic scene where she watches the Death Star explode.
Wow,
and
cool.
Everyone's like, what do we do now? And she's like, we keep going. So...
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I mean, I'll check it out someday. Probably not Probably not when it's 60. Once it's not $60 anymore.
Yeah. Well, I do want to talk about Luke Skywalker real quick.
Oh, I know. Well, that's the part of the game I'm excited for.
He basically, you get to play as Luke Skywalker for a mission, and he goes to the Emperor's the observatory, which is basically a vault full of stuff, and he finds this medallion in there. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, nobody knows. He just pulls it out, but nobody knows what it's for.
Yeah, he's like, I was called to it. I'm like, maybe we'll see this in The Last Jedi. Who knows?
Yeah, a couple of theories and stuff on that. Probably, like I said, we'll talk about that next week.
Yeah,
I have a lot of Star Wars theories that I want to put on record, like officially this time, because like when I put on because I didn't put those HeroClix predictions on record, and they were right. So before Last Jedi comes out, I want my predictions, because when I'm right, I want to know that I called it, and then I could write Star Wars.
Well, see, here's the thing.
So Lucasfilm can call me.
I'm not calling anything, because I'm gonna call it the day before, because they're gonna drop something. I'll be like,
oh yeah,
yep, I knew that was gonna happen. So
no, I'm not really calling anything. I just want to stuff that I want to happen and stuff that I think's gonna happen. Specifically stuff that I want, because like there's a lot of theories going around, and like I've kind of pulled from different theories and like stuff that I want. But anyway, picks for the week. Do you have a pick?
Oh man, there was a lot of good stuff this week.
Yeah, really good. I was surprised.
See, I have to go with Batman Turtles, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it's just I liked the first run, and this run is the continuation of that, and it's just I don't know. It's gonna be really good, I think.
Yeah, I can't even really settle for a pick. I mean, I think I'm gonna have to go with Batman just because it was a really just subtle story. It's a filler issue basically, but like it's a really good slow filler issue. It's characterization and building back to what these characters are supposed to be like. But definitely a special shout out to Venom Inc. I was blown away by how good it was, because I didn't expect much from this.
Yeah.
Especially because crossover events and stuff are hit or miss. And I'm telling you right now, come like December 20th, my pick every week for the next like 5 weeks is going to be the Super Sons crossover.
We'll see. It's like December 27th. You know what my pick's going to be every single week after that. It's going to be Phoenix, you know.
So, well, December 27th, my pick's going to be Doomsday Clock. I can tell you that right now.
I'm sorry, but I have to go with the beautiful redhead on the cover. I'm sorry.
But yeah,
I am going to be conflicted that day, though.
Yeah, so my pick's Batman, but definitely really close runner-up is Venom Inc. Blown away by how good this issue was, and like giving us kind of a cool villain. I think Lee Price is actually kind of crazy, so we might be getting another Carnage-esque symbiote character that I hope kind of becomes a reoccurring villain, especially for the solo Venom series. I think it'd be really cool to see him pop back up.
See, I would see him getting anti-Venom and being
that's true.
Constant antagonist.
They've never really done anything with any Venom, though.
Well, that was kind of a Brand New Day kind of thing during that storyline.
We know how we all feel about Brand New Day. But no, Venom Inc.'s really good. I was blown away by how good it was. So definitely check it out, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So, all right, actually a little bit shorter this week than usual, because I didn't rant about Superman for 45 minutes, which I could have.
But you're still going to choose not to. Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to choose not to. I could, especially how many... Superman was on 2 covers this week. That never happens.
Well, to counter that, there were 3 Batman titles this week.
Yeah, well, Batman's on like 15 of them.
I'm sorry.
I know, but like Superman's on a Batman cover. When do I get that? Never. Finally got it. But Batman's on Superman covers all the time. Not really. But anyway... so just real quick, Christmas is in a couple weeks. The shop's gonna be closed that day.
Yep. Don't even try and come to the shop Christmas Day. We're not gonna be there.
But if you want to try and come to the shop, I mean it'll be closed. So
bring your cryptographic sequenizers and your shoplifting bags and
So anyway, so we'll see you next week. Star Wars stuff next week. I'm gonna be 2 in days about Star Wars the next night.
Gosh.
So who knows how much Superman I'll talk about. I'll be talking about Star Wars all the time.
Hey, you might get... It'd be awesome if Superman just showed up in a Star Wars title.
I'm for it. I'm still for a Star Wars Marvel crossover that we haven't got yet.
I wish that happens here soon. Like,
yeah.
I could see Luke Skywalker meeting, like, Captain America.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And basically Captain America's telling him, you know.
Or, like, Darth Vader meeting Iron Man, because they're basically the same character.
If you think about it.
All right, anyway, so we'll see you next week.
Yep.